So I just dropped off my daughter to school, my oldest, and I want to talk to y'all. I'm at a park, so I'm watching people walk at the park. It's kind of cool. Okay, so I want to talk about, the things that have kept me kind of in nursing. And the reason why I want to talk about that is because there's like this statistic that supposedly like a certain percentage of people, they leave nursing within like that first year. Like they be done with that shit. Even going through all of that schooling, they be like, I'm out. F you. You're cool. I'm out. And they be done with it like within the first year. But for me, I've been a nurse for 8 years. Started off as a CNA. Then became an LPN. Now I'm on RN, associate's degree, associate's prepared RN. So I'm one of those people who stayed. And the reason why I stayed, even though I was ready to leave, I was ready to leave nursing within the first year. I was literally ready to go. But I stayed because somebody told me, she was like, get a year of experience and then go do whatever you need to do. Go do agency, do something like that. And she really told me do agency. It's crazy. A long time, like way before people was really feeling agency. Like way back in the day when agency really wasn't seen like how it is right now. So this was like, maybe I became a nurse and she danced. Okay, I'll see you, girl. I'm at a park, watching people walk around this thing. But she told me about it like back in 2015. So this was a minute ago. And I stayed because I wanted to get the experience. I want to say, okay, I got a year of experience. Because I really was upset with the job. People was like, well, just leave the job, And then I kept hearing everybody say, well, no matter where you go, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing no matter where you go. Then I was looking and people was like, you really don't get, I couldn't really find out how I can get paid more somewhere else. I was looking at going other places and I couldn't really get paid no more. So I was upset about the money. I was upset about this job that I was at. And I was just like, but I stayed to get the experience. And then I stayed because I heard so many people say that no matter where you're going, it's going to be the same. And I stayed because so many people said that no matter where you go, it's going to be the same money. Or I actually was looking and it was pretty much the same money. Like it was no increase. This was back when I was at LPN. Back then, nursing homes, like the most they was paying was like $23 an hour for LPNs. So even that, if they wasn't even doing that much. Like when I left, I think I was making like $22 an hour when I left LPN. I'm about to say something that's inappropriate. Child. 22 an hour wasn't a lot. But for what I was doing, for what I believe my worth was back then, I guess it was enough. And so I decided to up and leave and go into that agency life. So when I left agency, I was making about 30. I got a whole little short about this. But anyhow, I stayed because of the money. And then I also stayed because I felt like nowhere else I would go, it would be any different. Especially because I had that mindset, that LPN mindset back in the day. Like, not even back in the day LPN, that like limited LPN mindset, limited practical nurse. And it's only the mindset that you get yourself because LPNs can do so much. There's so many different settings that LPNs can work in. And I have a video about that too. Like they can do hospice nursing, they can do pediatrics, travel nursing, home health. There's plenty of clinics that have LPNs and medical assistants in the clinic. So you just have to look for it. Now, granted, that's the thing. When you change specialty, the thing about nursing is like the trap. Like the reason why I kind of feel like a trap sometimes is because you be like, okay, well, if I get tired of it, I can just go to a different specialty. But then sometimes when you go to a different specialty, the money be special. The money be a little off. Okay, be a little off. And it'd be a few dollars off. It'd be like maybe, I would say, it just depends because say you were working in nursing, ain't no money like nursing home money. Now hospitals do be paying, and especially when they need like people coming in. But for the most part, like for the longest, from what I've seen in my time of being a nurse, nursing homes are paying a lot, as well as dialysis. Dialysis nurses used to get paid a lot. Like I don't know how much they get paid now compared to other nurses, but back in the day, like, especially for LPNs, I think I knew somebody, and she sent me a picture of her contract. I need to find it. It was an old text message. I looked at my phone. I was like, dang, it's an old-ass text message. And she sent me a picture of her contract, and she was saying that they was offering her, like, $29 an hour, which was, that's still pretty decent. I don't know if that's decent for LPN, because I wasn't even, when I was doing agency, like, I didn't do anything less than, like, 30, 33, 35 was about how much I was at for LPN on the low end when I was doing agency. So like 29 back in 2017, 2018 was good money for nurses. That was good money. So for LPN, especially in my area here in Missouri. So I can only go off of LPN, Missouri, St. Louis, where I live. It was good money back in the day, right? As well as I gotta point to what I'm saying, as well as what other nursing was it? What did I say? Nursing homes pay well. It used to be back in the day, it was a thing, like the hospital don't pay their money, and then they be like, well, shoot, in a nursing home, y'all taking care of the whole damn facility. So I mean, yeah, of course they gonna pay y'all. Y'all take care of 40, 50 people. What the fuck? They better pay y'all shit. Like, I'm over here with 5 patients, bitch. Like, and the thing, what I like by now, what I'm doing, well, I'm gonna get to that. But anyhow, that's the thing. Like, you want to leave. You put all this time into it, right? You already put the time into school even for LPN, it's about a year, but it's still a lot, and you have to come out and you have to take state boards. So that's a lot, and then you have to keep up with your licensure. So you already have taken us time to do that. And also, people might not want to admit it, but in healthcare there is a lot of status to nursing. Like, you're a nurse, you already feel like, okay, this person, you already get a perception of that person when you hear they a nurse, right? So there is some type of status, and then people get into more of the status when they come down to LPN or RN, you know, or you da-da-da-da, this and this, and da-da-da, do you get your bachelor's, do that? Are you gonna go do this? Are you gonna do that? Da-da-da. Chat. But anyway, I got a whole video about that too, the rat race. But there's already a status when they come to nursing, so to walk away from that status too. But I feel like you always gonna be a nurse. Like, you can say that, okay, I'm in another profession, but you always, I don't feel like nursing is always something that you keep with you, in my opinion. I don't see it leaving. Maybe because I just don't see it, because it encompasses like a person's personality in a sense, like the traits and the characteristics that you carry out as a nurse, you have that as a person more than likely. So it's something it's really hard for you to get away from that nurse mentality. And also, they teach you how to think like a nurse. You start to have a mentality about you that's associated with nursing. So yeah, I feel like the trap comes in because you think, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and just change my specialty, and that'll make me feel better. You might change your specialty and have a pay drop, especially if you're going from, like, if you're an LPN going from nursing home and you work home health. Ooh, that's gonna be a pay drop. And if you do like peds, because a lot of time they have peds. A lot of places, I don't know, people don't talk about this that much, but people are a lot more willing to take LPNs and peds than any other specialty. Like, they will take LPNs, like home health peds. I've seen like a group homes, children's homes, and stuff like that. I don't even know if y'all saw that. I had to finish my green juice, honey, celery. We had some celery. It's all gone now. We had celery, apples, and lemon. Not too much lemon, because lemon be taking over. We could just get that natural apple flavor in there with the celery. It's so fire. Just a little bit of lemon so it don't like turn color. It helps to keep the color, because you know apples discolor. But anyhow, and it brightens up just a little bit. It's so good. What was I saying? It's just a lot of LPNs can go do home health and like peds. I don't know if people don't talk about that, but I think the trap comes in where the fact that you feel like, okay, well, I'll just pivot this way, and then you find like the money is less. Like, yeah, I'm happier when it comes to, like, I'm in a different specialty, I'm sharpening my skills, but I'm getting paid less money. Then you turn to something else and you be like, okay, well, I'm done with you know, working in a nursing home. I want to go to the hospital. You might see a pay drop there. You might see a pay drop there, or when you go to the hospital, you feel like it's way more on you as far as like bureaucracy, like the whole hierarchy of thing and the politics of it is a whole lot deeper in the hospital because you're dealing with it's getting kind of hectic. It's like a little bit more to it. With nursing homes, it's just a different game with nursing homes when it comes to politics. In the hospital, they're more on it because they want to have like a magnet status. They they need funding for certain things, or they want to be a teaching hospital or something like that. So there's just, again, more status with the hospitals. Nursing homes, we a nursing home, child. The people need our help. We here. That's it. But the hospital, there's more to it. So you might get a part of that, being, like I said, being part of that rat race and that whole bureaucracy, especially because like people, yeah. Anyways, but I ain't had no problems. So it sometimes feels like a trap because then you're like, okay, well, I'll just leave nursing and do something else. Like, but it's just like, what else can I do that pays this much? What else can you do? Like, honestly, like, what could I do right now to pay $70 an hour? I ain't talking about get your own business and do this and that ain't gonna be, that's not $70 an hour. That's gonna take a little minute to get there. It's gonna take some work. I'm talking about something, I go in, I clock in, and I clock out, and I make $70. What else? In Missouri nowadays. I mean, in Missouri and in the United States nowadays. So somebody tell me, without me having to go back to school. Or maybe me just getting 2 years of school. That's still 2 years, Lord. Would I go back to school for something, for a different career? I've thought about it. It's 2 to 3 specific ones I would go back to school for. But neither one of those would give me money right away, maybe, and it still wouldn't be like a job. It'd be like I'll just have a new skill. Like if I was to go to school for language, that's not really a job. That's just, okay, I have a skill of speaking this language. I can try to take that to a job and add that to my, repertoire, my portfolio, but it's not really, unless I maybe turn it into something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting tired. The sun is beaming on me. It was like a point that I wanted to make, but I really can't get to it right now. But it sometimes feels like a trap, but it's also like so many blessings. Like the blessings is that you do have specialties. The blessings is that you can make money in nursing. If your main focus, the thing is, if your main focus is to make money, you can do it in nursing. You could work at any type of gutter place, get your money. You could take any type of gutter assignment, get your money. If you wanted to learn as much as possible about a certain body part or a certain body system or a certain disease process, if you wanted to do research, you can do that with nursing. If you just wanted to just straight do research, all type of research about different a disease process and just learn more about it and really get into it, you can do that with nursing. If you want to be so specialized in your skills as a nurse, you could do that with nursing. If you want to work with all different type of people, you could do that with nursing. You can do so much. If you want to work in pretty much any type of setting, anywhere in the world, you can do that with nursing. It's like, what the heck? So sometimes it do feel like a trap because you're like, I didn't put all this work in, and it's so stressful, and I didn't expect it to be this way. And everywhere I turn, I'm going to have more. I'm going to be in a different work setting. I'm going to get less money, or I'm going to make more money, but I'm going to be working in horrible conditions, or I'm going to do this. Yeah, that is the truth. Like, no matter where you look, sometimes you might not, but it's like you can find that perfect spot that's just for you, where the money is just the money and the benefits is the benefits, and you get everything that you want from it. And you could do that with a nursing degree. Nursing degrees can take you extremely, extremely far. But if you allow yourself to only stay in the race for the money, or for the prestige or the title, or just to say I got this, I got that, or you only keep going because you feel like, okay, if I have to get these skills as a trauma nurse, you're not going to find your happiness. This is why I'm realizing, like, I'm thinking, like, okay, maybe I stayed in it because I was like, okay, let me get the money that I feel like I'm deserved. Okay, start getting the money I deserve. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of just being up here. I always knew I wanted to go further. I always knew that. I knew where I wanted to be way back when I decided I was going to become a nurse. I made my plan right then and there. And once I became an agency nurse, okay, I got the money, but I'm just tired of being in nursing homes. I'm just tired of this shit. So I was like, okay, I gotta do LPN because I gotta do RN because I'm not gonna change my specialty and drop my pay. I didn't work too dang on hard to get to this pay. And I still want to get paid more. So I went ahead and became an RN. Now my RN, I was just like, okay, I got this RN. I'm getting pretty decent paid with agency nursing. But I'm still in nursing homes, which is what I wanted to get out of. And I want to move on to something else. I want to sharpen my skills, get into a specialty. But I'm like, I don't want to drop my pay again. Like, I'm holding on to that money. Like, I ain't trying to drop my pay. Shit. Like, I'm just not. So, God saw fit, honey. And I was able to get into the hospital, increase my pay, and still sharpen my skills. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I got the pay. I'm in the hospital. I see what it's about. Okay, this cool. Do I want to keep doing nursing? Because I'm getting a little tired. I'm not really getting tired. I still enjoy it. But I just sometimes feel like, what are we doing here? Like, what am I working towards sometimes? And that's where it becomes like empty and hollow, where it's just like, okay, am I just doing it for the money? Like, and there's a difference. Like, I'm not meaning like, does this fulfill me? Not, oh, you only go to work for a paycheck. I mean, you do. I mean, it's work. Like, what the fuck? Like, but okay, I enjoy doing it or something like that, or it makes me feel this way. But yeah, I'm going there for a paycheck. What do you mean? But that's a whole other situation. But as far as like, I don't want to just do it for the money. Like, this is how I make money. I want to be like, this is like what fulfills me in some type of way. And I'm not necessarily getting that. But it's still okay. I like going, get the money, and leave. I do like doing it. Don't get me wrong. But longevity, like as far as sustainability, I know for me, like something, it has to have substance for me in order for me to keep it going. And money definitely is substance, but it's just like you can make money in other ways. So it's just like, what's my point of being here? So now I'm like, do I change my specialty? Do I keep going for further schooling? Do I just walk away from it, or do I change my setting? Or do I just say, you know what? I don't even want to look at the money. Let me just find something that's going to help me to be relaxed and not stressed and chill, where I can just be a part of nursing, where I can just be chill. I don't know. I don't freaking know. But what I do know is that it's a blessing to be in this position where I can even question it. Because some people in their career, they can't even question because they feel like they have no options. And if you're a nurse, you feel like you ain't got no options, trust and believe you have a lot of options. You got a lot around you, and you are definitely a hot commodity. So you need to use that to your best advantage and really find what is going to fit you and fulfill you. Because yes, the money do feel good, don't get me wrong, especially like you working towards a goal. Like, I'm doing this so I can save up towards this. Okay, let me just get power through it and make it happen. But like longevity wise, something for years and years to come, it has to me, it should have a little bit more substance behind it, in order for a person to still want to stick with it and grow within it and really take it to be even more money. Because sometimes you be thinking, you be getting the crumbs, and you be thinking that you're getting, the cream of the crop, but really you getting the crumbs of it. And if you just follow your passion, it can take you anywhere. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Y'all comment y'all comments down below. It's a lot of people at this part. I'm about to roll out because I'm like getting hot as hell. I love y'all. Actually going to work tonight, and yeah, that's that. Bye, y'all.